Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Lifestyle Chapter. Today, I'm going to share with you how I make my gizzard fried rice. This recipe is so delicious, and it is something that I tried and it came out so great, so I decided to share this with my friends and family on YouTube for you guys to know how this recipe was made. So here I have my fresh chicken gizzard that I have washed. I washed it with some lime and lemon, so everything is cleaned up nicely, and I took away all the fats out of it, so it is ready. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut it into smaller pieces because I want it to be chewable and I want it to incorporate well in the fried rice that I'm going to make. So here I'm trying to cut it into smaller sizes. That is what I'm trying to do now. And also you can as well use anything that will make it easier for you to cut. I'm using the knife right now to cut it, but if you have another option, you can use as well. So I'm trying as much as possible to get them into smaller pieces. And here, as you can see, I'm using my kitchen scissors or cooking scissors to do it as well, to make it a little bit faster for me. So that is what I'm using. So at the end of the day, all that I'm trying to achieve is to get the gizzard into smaller pieces. So it is all done. These are the sizes it's looking. I'm going to season it up with some seasoning. So I have on some salt to taste, and I'm adding on some black pepper. And to that, you add on some all-purpose seasoning. If you have any bouillons, you can add that to it as well. Also, I'm going to add on some baking soda. I'm adding this because I don't want the gizzard to be too dry when frying it. I want it to be juicy and nice. So that is why I have added that to it. And then you stir everything up nicely and gently together for it to combine. So then you put that aside and then you work on the other ingredients. So the other ingredients, I have the peas and carrots. I have my spring onions, onion, some garlic, and ginger. So I'm going to dice my red onions. That is what I'm doing now. I'm prepping the ingredients for the fried rice. It makes it easier and simpler to cook. So now all the onions are diced and ready. I'll set that aside in a bowl and then move on to the next ingredient. So I have here the scallions that I'm chopping as well. So these are going to be used as a garnish for the fried rice. So I cleaned everything up, I washed it nicely, and then cutting it into the smaller sizes, which I'll use as a garnish. So to that, you will set it aside, you cut it and set it aside, and then you use it later on. So here I have my wok ready on fire, and I'm adding in some extra virgin olive oil, and also I have added in some unsalted butter. I'm allowing it to melt nicely with the oil in there. And to that, I'll start putting in the seasoned gizzard. So as you put in the gizzard, you make sure you stir it up so it doesn't get stuck to the bottom of the wok. You make sure you put in all the gizzard, and I'm using about 1.5 pounds of gizzard for this recipe. So as you can see, when the gizzard is cooking, it starts to reduce in size. It's all done. The gizzard is cooked, and I'm taking it out of the wok into a bowl. Here I have my pan ready again. I'm going to add in some butter and also some olive oil. You allow it to melt completely. And then to that, this ingredient have eggs as well. So I cracked in 4 eggs, and then I mix it up nicely, and I have added it to the wok. So this is going to be scrambled. At this moment, all you need to do is to turn your fire from medium to low heat, because you don't want your egg to get burnt. And then you stir it nicely and gently to get the lumps in there. You actually need the lumps in there, so you make sure you don't stir it all the way through for everything to be mashed up. You want the lumps in there, so you do it gently to get the lumps. And also remember, I added in some salt, so you add in the salt to your taste. And it's almost done. I'll take it out of the wok and put it in the bowl to set aside. And here I have another wok ready. I'm going to add in some sesame oil. And some olive oil as well. I'll allow it to heat up nicely. And remember, when you're making fried rice, you have to turn your heat all the way up. This makes it cook faster and smells great. So I've added in the diced onions. You stir it up nicely and gently. And then to that, you add in the crushed garlic and crushed ginger. I'll put all the ingredients in the description box down below for you to take a look at. So here you stir the ingredients together nicely for it to cook for about 5 minutes. And then to that, you add in your carrots and peas, which has thawed beautifully because it was frozen. So I added on some hot water in the sieve or in the strainer for it to thaw nicely, and this is how it looks. It looks beautiful. If you don't want your fried rice to be mushy, that's how you do it. And here I have my boiled rice, which I boiled for some hours. So it's been there for about half a day, and that is what I'm using for it. So you include in your rice, and then you stir everything up nicely and gently for everything to combine. Both the vegetables and the rice to combine beautifully. To that, you add on your soy sauce and you continue to stir. You stir to make sure the rice and everything looks even. So as you can see, it is evening out nicely. And to that, you add in some oyster sauce. That gives it a great taste as well. So some oyster sauce, about a tablespoon of oyster sauce. And then you continually stir everything up nicely together. Look how fried rice is looking. So here I'm adding on the gizzard, and as you can see, it looks juicy. It doesn't look dry. So that is the work of the baking soda. It makes it juicy instead of it being dry and hard. So you stir everything up nicely and beautifully together. You give it a nice gentle stir to make sure the gizzard is combined well in the rice. And the aroma here is so amazing, guys. You should be here to smell it. Just like in the Asian restaurant. So you leave it on to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then you add on the scrambled egg. Here you stir that also nicely for everything to combine. See what I was talking about? You can see the lumps in there, and it makes your fried rice beautiful. So lovelies, we are almost there. You just give it a nice stir so it doesn't get burnt at the bottom. And this is all there is to it, lovelies. Our fried rice is all done. Now the last ingredient is the scallions, which I'm sprinkling on. You sprinkle your scallions on it. And with this, it doesn't require any heat. You just have to stir it up. You turn your fire off and you stir it up nicely. The heat itself will cook it. You don't need to leave the fire on because you want your scallions to be crunchy when enjoying the rice. So you don't have to put more heat on it. There's already heat in the rice, which is going to cook it. So you just turn your fire off and you stir it nicely. And we are all done. So lovelies, I'm going to dish it out. Look how fluffy the rice is looking, and colorful as well as beautiful. This is a very delicious and a simple recipe. It has all the proteins, the carbs, everything is in there. And it smells so amazing. I hope this recipe inspired you. And you're going to try your hands on it, because I tried it and I really loved it. And if you're new to this channel, I welcome you to the family, and please subscribe. If you're already here, I always thank you for coming back. And this is our gizzard fried rice that I just made for you to see. I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.